thank you for coming. As David and Jenny said, they did let us go about our business. Very few restrictions. Hodgie's input was amazing. We've been wanting to build a shed like this for a very, very long time. What I will say though, straight off the bat, the extra cost in producing this over a standard shed was bugger all. You're talking a couple of percent. This is not out of the realm of any new shed being built, but the really take-home message I want you to understand is innovation is only as good as its uptake and its ability to be retrofitted into all of our old sheds and all of our old yards. So get your chainsaw and make your bloody chute bigger, buy a $300 air conditioner and fix your sheds up for a fraction of the cost. What you see here, all these different innovations are easily retrofitted and able to be taken home by the farmer, blah, blah, blah. I won't say any more than that. What I will say is we've gone to great effort to ensure all these innovations are easily adopted. The slide bolt catches out the back so you can piss your chains off, can be retrofitted to any of the major manufacturers' steel gates currently on the market. We spent a lot of time ensuring that. Go and buy a hole saw, go and put them in, piss your chains off. You can fit the wall bin lift, which we've developed to suit small sheds. So it can be upstairs, downstairs. If you're running crossbreds in a merino operation, that's the whole idea of that. And Toby Cummins here, who spent a lot of time developing it over the last 12 months, we'll do some demos later and he'll talk about it then. Actual shed design is not that difficult. It is about just going that extra couple of percent. So there are a lot of currently being built brand new sheds that are designed from the 70s and the 80s. It's absolute garbage. It's hypocritical of us to stand here and say we treat our stock, ethical stock handling is a great term, but bloody well we have to do it. And it's not costing anymore, it is all about design, which is supposed to be the first point on my talk. It is all about design. It doesn't cost any more. The same amount of linear meters of steel and timber and same number of bolts in a poorly designed shed as a well-designed one. So do it properly, get a professional, get someone that actually knows what they're doing. I don't care if it's not me, just get someone to help you design the shed. Doesn't matter if you build it yourself, just think about it. We all know, everyone here today handles stock, we all know what we should do. We sometimes just don't have the time, which is where designers come into it. I'll tell you black and white what I think and how we reckon it will work. So I'm getting off track. Innovation, wall bins, design, everything in this shed is not out of the reach. This is perforated sheet we got off the shelf. You can buy the bloody stuff that's inside it at Plasterworks in Wagga for nothing. It's about $200 a roll. So you absorb the sound, you quiet the shed, everyone whinges about them turning the stereo up. Do that and they will turn it down. Well, they're only trying to get over the top of the noise. If you go out the back, all the sound absorbed material was bugger all. It took us about 2 days to fit. All those simple things can be retrofitted in an old shed, which will make a massive amount of difference. That aircon come off the school about 10 years ago. The one sitting outside, it's not new, still works perfectly fine. So innovation and improving things need to be seen as a retrofit to tick the box, small percentage, tractor steps, for anyone that's played rugby, been in the scrum, tractor steps. Just every year, just keep chipping away at it. Because bloody hell, you're not going to be outside doing stuff today. You might as well be inside cutting your shoot out, because Pete O'Brien's been yelling at you for 10 years. Just all those little things just add up. Now this is a really nice shiny shed. So what I want everyone to do today is to look past it. I want you to ask Bob Thornley, who's in charge of the Ram-to-ewe, I want you to ask him why, not how it works. How it works is a piece of piss. Just ask him why it operates the way it does and why have we designed it like that. And then you'll get a better understanding on how we can design better sheds in the future. When you talk to Toby and he explains the common catch out the back, which took him 12 months to develop, ask him why there's no spring, because they fucking break. So stuff like that is really simple innovation and it is only as good as the adoption. So let's start adopting them as an industry. Don't have to build a big, nice, shiny shed. This is awesome, but it's all about adopting the innovation throughout the shed, throughout the design. And that's why design is so important. That's it, only 4 months.
Sorry, are you passionate about this?
So I should get back on track. Design that. So we have a shearing shed, a really big shed is quite easy to design from a passive guidance point of view for not only the animal but the staff. You want, if you can, you want your shearers coming in one side of the shed, you want your wool going out the other side so they don't get squashed by a forklift as much as you might want to do it. Simple design like that works really well. You then have the bench inside of the USBs to put your phones on, blah, blah, blah. Design is not something that you should be scared of. It is something you should embrace because it can really help efficiency. If a shearer, people working in the shed, not just shearer, know exactly where they've got to go to find their esky, put their esky, charge their phone, that extra 2 minutes they're sitting down has got to help their recovery time, and therefore they'll shear more sheep. You'll pay less rouseabouts. You'll make more money, which is what innovation, once again, is all about. So, from a shed design point of view, AWEC's going about you want the rouseabout to take one step, 1.8 metre. You've also got the other side, which we've tried to achieve here. With an offset chute, you give the shearer the ability to drag straight. He's doing the long blow across the board, gives the rouseabout really good access. Your wool preparation and your wool handling is better. You're making more money because you haven't got shit coming out in the box. The rouseabouts and the classes can only go so far. If you've got a shit house shed, they can't do their job. So design it well, and old sheds, once again, get the chainsaw out and cut a decent chute into it. And they'll shear more sheep, they'll pay less rouseabouts, everyone wins. So,
This is your 1 minute warning, Simon.
bit to go, yeah. From an out the back point of view, seriously, taught to toes, you'll see a lot of magnets out the back. You've got to go buy good ones, don't be tight, buy the good ones, because they'll last 1,000 years. You've got to get rare earth magnets. We buy them by the box haul. If you spin them backwards, you go back in time. Out the back, people build sheds, and they build, and I'm putting it out there, people build their yards and their pens too big. You don't have to have all your gates shut. What you do need is passive guidance. Use your grading direction. Plastic's got its place. I've spoken about it a bit today, but timber gives you passive guidance. When you talk about ethical stock handling, it's as good as you're going to get. You want them to go a certain way. You make that floor look solid. You don't want them to go that way. They can see through. It's pretty simple stuff. So out the back, small pens. Let the pens manipulate the sheep. You don't need dogs. It's that simple. Done?
Perfect. We'll come back to you though. It's all good.
Thank you, Simon. I'm here all day.